scowling. Okay. I don't think that has anything to do with the news, but it's cool. Good evening, and welcome to Friends Quarters Network News. I'm your host, Dean Laughs at his own jokes, broadcasting from Friends Quarters in Vancouver amidst a looming financial emergency, and these are your stories of the week. Joseph Foreman, better known by his stage name Afro Man, was victorious in his legal case this week against the Colorado Sheriff's Department, who sued him for using a video of the illegal raid on his house in his latest music videos. The officers claim that due to the success of the songs, they faced humiliation, ridicule, mental distress, embarrassment, and loss of reputation. One sheriff, who was labeled Officer Pound Cake for stopping to look at the lemon pound cake in one of the videos, had thousands of actual pound cakes delivered to his work at home. You know, it's just really nice to see a little slice of justice delivered on a pound cake. And that's not just because I got high, because I got high, because I got high. I was going to go to school. On Tuesday, Toronto Mayor Olivia Chow introduced Cracking Down on Bad Landlords, a motion that proposes tougher regulations to ensure landlords are complying with the responsibility of maintaining proper living conditions. She was quoted in a press conference as saying, "I will not tolerate slumlords." Vancouver Mayor Ken Sim, in an effort to not be outcooled by the other big Canadian city mayor, was overheard in a Foot Locker while buying new taxpayer-funded Air Jordans that Toronto lacked the culture our own local Vancouver slumlords provide to the businesses and tourists. He even went as far as to say he'd provide slumlord relief to entice Ontario slumlords to move out west. More like no financial literacy city, am I right? And now in entertainment news, Fred Rogers Productions and Little Dot Studios have teamed up to bring Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood to a dedicated YouTube channel for the first time in the iconic children's TV series history. That's right, folks. So now, instead of your children watching Minecraft streams and sexually suggestive anime while you fail to parent, they can be raised instead, like we were, by the iconic good nature of Mr. Rogers. Speaking on behalf of YouTube, a media spokesperson claimed, "Were Fred Rogers alive today, he would be thrilled to have a platform that could reach so many youth, not just for his messages of kindness, but for the clear revenue path he will be able to generate selling red sweaters for $350 a piece." And not to be outdone by other famous media personalities, guess who? Mayor Ken Sim was quoted as saying that this historic move was important because it ensured that all Vancouverites would have access to a place where it's always a beautiful day in their neighborhood, even if their actual neighborhood is full of relocated slumlords from Toronto. And now, sports. Venezuela accomplished a heroic feat, winning its first ever World Baseball Championship trophy against the United States. When asked to comment on the loss, Donald Trump replied, "I've never heard of Venezuela, or baseball for that matter. But it sounds like we need to send more troops to that," what was it called? Venezuela. And players from the U.S. team were overheard in the locker room afterwards talking about the disappointment that they felt. Not for the loss, but for the lack of McDonald's they had hoped awaited them for securing the Supreme Leader another trophy. Well, thanks for joining us for this week's edition of the Friends Quarters Network News. It might not be accurate, but it's funny. And if you didn't think it was funny, then FQ to you. We news it, and now you news it too. Supreme Leader. I like that. Can we make that my title? Like when you put the credits on, just like Dean LaRiviere, Supreme Leader? We'll workshop it.